Welcome to our group presentation. My subject code is HI6035 Group 12 Holmes Institute Melbourne. These are four members of our group. My name is Hali Patel. Today I present about Don't Just Lead, Govern, Implementing Effective IT Governance. Background: the investment of the average company is rising and it often exceeding 4.2% of its yearly proceeds. This leads to the venture capital of the typical firm's overall principal investment in a year being taken up by more than 50% by IT sector. The management and control of IT guarantee the value is created as a field become more significant and prevalent. The central management of IT less advantages of many companies today. Thus, they are determined to adaptation of proper governance structure to meet the performance goals and inspire behavior that is conducive to the firm. A global success is supplying services to the urban worldwide investors. State Street Corporation incorporate a multiple of business that consider clients' need and to come up with the primary IT dependent goods and services, frequently leading their business in time to the marketplace. The corporation devote between 20 and 25% of the overall operating expenses into technologies and technology to empower these companies. State Street Park takes in an office for IT governance, which is tasked with the creation and harmonizing of the IT governance mechanism and the confirmation that value is generated from its IT reverts to the argument business value. Issue. In contemporary time, there have been numerous and enormous failures pertaining of hefty IT investment. The residents from employment can hinder implementation. A failure to manage the culture shift necessary for EPR adaptation often results in incomplete projects. Poor project management, inadequate planning, unrealistic timelines, and lack of experienced project manager can detail EPR initiative. As sustainable enterprise resources planning incorporate crucial figures pertaining to the corporate sustainable value chain into the unfined system. The new system established that did not end up being utilized properly and along with e-business initiative that fails to the executive stage or where in particular that central management of IT and impossible to the disagreeable in countless firms today. Consequently, organizations are upgrading or generating IT governance structure that endorse the attitude necessary for the firm to accomplish its business performance goals and resolve the problem. Now, research problem: developing a framework for effective decision making and governance in IT management problem overview. Many organizations struggle with governance and decision making in their IT departments, leading to inefficient, malaligned strategies and missed opportunity. The absence of structure framework hampered the ability of evaluate the option, allocate the resources effectively, and ensure the compliance with the regulation and the standards. Without a clear framework, IT decision making can be reactive rather than strategic, resulting in missed opportunities and ineffective use of resources. Lack of governance structure: organization may struggle to establish the accountability and oversight in IT, leading to complex issue and misaligned with the organizational goal. Challenges in stakeholder engagement: insufficient framework often lead to the poor communication and collaborating among stakeholders, hiding the effective IT governance.
My name is Sunny Kumar Patel. Contribution: IT governance hold important for the majority of the firm. A framework for IT governance is represented in Figure 4, with data gathered from the research conducted in a skeleton from the conducted for any and every company. Optical governance includes the synthesis represented by horizontal arrow of IT governance styles, business objective and performance goal. For example, elegant between the vendors entity regarding IT investment with professional performance aims such as objective and timeline and IT governance architect, namely growth of current business, distribution with issues plus listening time to market is necessary. Furthermore, the governance framework need to elegant the assignment and of this indicate by the vertical arrow. IT governance regarding and procedure, business performance measurement and goals and business objective and locked for behavior. Key concept: there are five governance anarchy type highlighted in this paper. Exemplity IT monarchy, business monarchy, feudal and anarchy. IT monarchy, assembly of IT executive or the CIO independently has performance right in a information technology. Monarchy, there are the accordingly apply often inside the firm or several IT string commission. Business monarchy. In a business monarchy, the senior leadership is the one accountable for the decision making. The privileges are the regularly realized inside the policy making commission or and the of structure. The chief information officer has a say in the governing or maybe segment of the whole group but does not act separately from the firm scenario leadership. Federal. The right the governance are enjoyed by blend of IT executive, business unit leader, and user scenario executive, and well as the process owner of the firm in this specific structure. The mechanism are the failure to implement federal governance rights such as IT working committee and their investment approve process, business process terms and service legal agreement, federal. The representative or the organization unit leader process the governance right in the federal archetype of the governance. These rights are the localized and compliance of the specialized or the trade unit and the costing development, such as the task are the habitually utilized by business which operate with the self-sufficient commercial element in marketplace and in the optimization of local needs. Anarchy. This type is award to end user who have a say in the decision right or they are taken by individual business process owner. These decisions are made anarchically on an HOC basic locally and therefore have not one from appropriate. This slide governance of mechanisms such as the means used to execute creating governance archetype. Governance mechanism are the administrational policy committee structure and the procedure. A governance decision may include the many IT domains to be specific domain. Committees are group individuals with specific responsibility related to IT governance. The facility oversight provide the strategic direction and the ensure the stakeholder representation. Chargeback practice involves allocating IT cost back to back department to consume the IT service. This is promote the accountability and the transparency regarding IT executives. Structure process that require the creating IT intensity or the expenditure to be approved by design authority. The structure organization of IT within a company which can influence governance and decision making. This like governance of mechanism. Include the executive committee, IT council, authentic committee, capital investment approve and the budget service level agreement, chargeback and process terms in IT membership.
My name is Krupa Patel. Methodology: a total of 40 grade multi-business unit companies were approached, interviews and questionnaires were analyzed to examination the information processing, governance and monitoring operations of 24 of the ones from Europe and the United States in order to grasp effective IT governance. The result displayed that the most preventive IT governance pattern added to company recognition commercial governance strategy. The included board evoked the frame's controlled right to decision. From simplicity of conventions, the example in allowed to has the normal firms. On the other hand, the governance practice of top performing business were distinguished from those of typical business. The example of the best performing company were connected to the presentations degrees to which the corporation success. To help comprehend the plan more viable administration structure, the focus was on how films settled on choice in four key IT spaces utilizes processing of administration model drawn according to a political points of view. A set of governance machines were used to investigation into how these governance energy were put in the practice. Finding a case that was studied in light of the process model to make a common administration model in serious jeopardy. The company's vice president of IT infrastructure said in a reference to the company's traffic to information technology governor and a joint service success. One of the viral start after behavior invented by that company due to a deficiency of control between the enterprise-wide goal of collective service and the IT central IT agency attempting to decide that this common service program was struggling and while likely failed, sign they were not involved in shaping the service of putting the proposal into action. The other manager of the business are likely the opposed to proposal for shaped service. The entirely of the chief governor mechanism must stay in by means of the company business objective and performance goal for IT governance to be effective. Governance techniques are necessary for a company with such a percentage of the role of IT strategy in establishing and creating difference. According to the Sativ analysis, companies where IT was considered to have a strategy role from the standard governance pattern in this area. Federal structure made discussion about IT infrastructure and architecture while business monarchy decide on IT principle. Given that IT is a typical administration centrally used fund from the corporation center and is not a strategy important, this approach works extremely well for cost considered business that did not view information technology as primary strategy of future have a more infrastructure power structure will merit their further IT use.
My name is Ripple. Discussion. The system, when applied to a specific frame, gives a work on rundown utilizing one graph to convey and examine both the current IT administration structure and an idle one. As it displayed in the outline, Express Roads administration structure makes concordance among business targets. Administration original and business execution objective. State Street's method of developing occurred with the passage of time in depicted vertically in the diagram. For instance, the impulse of accomplish the idle administration is driven by calibrating the instrument because of the following presentation measurements over the long run. The option is contracts to administration is an uncoordinated arrangement of system carried out at a various period respectively resolving a particular and a frequently local problem. This creation is not likely to be the compelling in service in companies' information technology rehearsals on essential professional goals. Conclusion. It is crucial for organizations to create efficient IT governance to make the most of information technology and reach their corporate performance goal mounts. The very framework presented offers a system for analyzing IT governance by joining mechanism metrics, governance archetypes, and IT domains for the maximization of performance. Objective with the preferable behavior. To maximize the benefits of IT investment and ensure sustainable growth, organization must embrace effective IT governance. This requires of commitment to fostering a culture of collaboration, transparency, and accountability. By doing so, organizations not only enhance their IT capabilities but also empower their terms of drive innovation and create a lasting value. The execution of such a demands broadly harmonizing and postulating each of the essential in the framework along with the following the thoughtful process. Summary. The requirement of effective IT governance is increasing to IT itself to companies try to stabilize the time to make market with advantages to entrepreneurs along with the standardization and centralization control. Senior manager must strategize governance process that promote desirable performance instead of simplify leading to put it don't just lead govern. These are our references. Thank you.